Hi, it's JoAnna Brandi again, day 2 of Customer Happiness Week. I did a webinar last week about dealing with negative people. Shortly after I sent out the invite, I started feeling badly about the title I had used. I chose the topic, How to Deal with Negative People, because it's the question that I am asked the most. And I thought it would have relevance for my client. Oh, and it did. I think now it has relevance for everyone. If I wrote it today, though, I would call it Dealing with Negativity. Even though there are people that show up in a primarily negative way, by labeling them negative people, we become part of the problem. When we label a customer negative or the guy in the shipping department negative, we begin to see them through that filter. Our brain makes it easy with that filter on to see all of the negative comments they make and notice all of the negative body postures they adopt. We look for and we find what we expect to see. And now we become part of the problem. So most of the time in the webinar I talked about negativity. I talked about our ability to understand how and why negativity happens, and how with a greater understanding of the role we play in perpetuating it, we can help alleviate it. It was a pretty fascinating hour. Our listeners really began to understand that some of the best ways to counteract negativity is by producing more positivity in the way of compassion, understanding, empathy, listening, responding in positive language, and acknowledging, recognizing, and celebrating the good. The marketplace is rife with fear. The media scares the living daylights out of us before we get out of bed in the morning. There's a disaster somewhere in the world, and we seem to need to know about it. Scientists think now that most of us are living in a low level of chronic stress because of all that. And all this goes on before you even get to work in the morning. And your job is to create a positive experience for your customer. Yeah, it is actually. It's your job to lead the team, to carry the flag, to sound the rallying cry, to motivate and empower your people. And you want to be really good at it. In order to do that, you need that single-minded focus. You need emotional intelligence. And you need the ability to overcome the negativity with positivity. How much positivity? 5 to 1. 5 times more good stuff than bad stuff. 5 times more good news than bad news. 5 times more positive communication than negative communication. 5 times more focus on what's strong than on what's wrong. How do we increase your positivity quotient? Use the specific tools and practices that I teach at returnonhappiness.com and in our blogs. Let's do an exercise right now. Sometime today, get together with your team and ask them to discuss 5 good things that happened last week and why they happened. We can change the culture by changing the conversation. Let's ban gratuitous negativity. Let's ring a buzzer if we hear someone complain about something more than 3 times without actually doing something to change it. Let's stop wasting precious time raging against something that can't be changed. There are certain things we need to accept and then move on. What do you need to move on from in your company so that you can free up the creative energy of every person that you hired, believing that they were really smart or maybe even brilliant? Great questions. Great questions lead to great answers. Now remember that for this 1 week only, I'll be popping into your mailbox every day with a very short video. Notice they're getting a little shorter. With a very short video, one simple thing you can do with your team. And every day I will encourage you to stop by the website, returnonhappiness.com, or one of our blogs for many of the ideas that we have up there that will help you enjoy the benefits of creating more positivity where you work. You can like us on Facebook. That's JoAnna Brandi and Company. You can tweet us at Twitter, keep them happy. You can tweet this message out to friends. But the important thing here is that we are going to make a serious dent in the amount of negativity in this world. Start powering up your company with positivity. There is a return on happiness, I promise. And I'll see you tomorrow.